A farmer has 1,556 feet of fencing available to enclose a rectangular area bordering on a river. No fencing is required along the river. Let X represent the length of the side of the rectangular enclosure that is perpendicular to the river, and we want to complete parts A through D. So we have a picture here of our river, and we're going to build this rectangular enclosure alongside the river. We don't need any fencing along this side of the river. And we're labeling X as the side that is perpendicular to the river. So perpendicular is at a 90-degree angle. And this side will be parallel to the river. So in part A, we want to create an expression that represents the side parallel to the river. So when we're trying to find this side, we can label the other side as X, and we want to find the length of this side here. I'll let this be Y. And if we go back to our problem, the farmer has 1,556 feet of fencing, and we know that he's using the fencing, he or she is using the fencing along these three sides. Now, the more fencing that you use, the larger area you can create. So we're going to use all of the fencing to create this rectangular enclosure. So we know that if we do X plus Y, the sum of those three sides, it'll equal the amount of fencing that we have. So that works out to be 2x plus y equals 1,556. I think I'm going to move over here to the side where I have some space. And my goal is to find an expression for this side. So I'm going to solve for that by subtracting 2x. That would give y equals 1,556 minus 2x. So that is the expression that we're going to use for this side. 1,556 minus 2x. So that's our answer to part A. So then we want to know, what is the length of the side parallel to the river when the side perpendicular to the river is 389 feet. So remember, the side perpendicular to the river is labeled as X, so we're saying that X is 389, and we want to know the length of the side parallel to the river. That's what we labeled as Y. So 1,556 minus 2 times X, 2 times 389. I'll use my calculator to work that out. 1,556 minus 2 times 389 is going to give 778. So in the next part, and this is going to be in feet, and this would be in feet. So in that next part, we want to create a function, a of x, that describes the area of the rectangular enclosure as a function of x, where x is the length of the rectangular enclosure that is perpendicular to the river. So we know that area of a rectangle is going to be length times width. We have our width and length labeled, So we can do x times 1,556 minus 2x. And if I use the distributive property, I'll get an equation, 1,556x minus 2x squared. And now we have a function that represents the area of the function. So in our final part, we want to find the area of the rectangle when the side perpendicular to the river is 389 feet. So once again, this is x equals 389. And we can substitute this into our area function to get 1,556 times 389 minus 2 times 389 squared. We're going to type this in the calculator. Give me just a second to pull that calculator up. Let's make some space at the bottom here. Okay, so in our calculator, we're going to type the 1,556 times 389 minus 2 times 389 squared. And we get 302,642. And there is an easier way to get that area. If you'll remember, we have the width and the length from earlier, so we could also do area is equal to 778 times 389. And I just want to show you in the calculator that we get the same value. 778 times 389 gives us that 302,642. Thank you for checking out my videos. Have a great day.